What's good, everybody? It's your girl, KAE, back for another episode on K's Kissing Booth. And guess what? Like always, we are not alone. I have a very special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, it's Jaquan Fulton of JFultonSoldit Real Estate Services.
Yes. So we got some real estate up in the house today, and a young black man who is doing real estate here in Atlanta that just wants to share some news about himself. And for those out there who are interested in real estate, kind of dive in and give them an outlook of the everyday life as a young entrepreneur here in Atlanta making big boss moves. So Jaquan, go ahead and tell them where that they can find you at as well.
Oh yeah, I'm on all social media platforms, JFultonSoldit. TikTok, I really be on Instagram the most. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to get better at everything else, but JFultonSoldit, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that.
Make sure you guys go follow him as well, especially if you're out here in the market looking for a house. He's definitely the go-to person. So Jaquan, since you decided to finally come on the show, which I am happy, I want you to tell my viewers a little bit about yourself. Who is Jaquan Fulton or JFultonSoldit?
Jaquan Fulton. One, I'm happy to be here. A long time coming. Jaquan Fulton. And just you're a really local guy. Like, always just been a stand-up guy. I'm from Clayton County, Georgia. That's kind of really where my real estate roots kind of started. Just because my mom did real estate in Clayton County, so I just saw a lot of houses growing up, and it just kind of struck my interest. But to get a little, me is just basically just a cool guy. Hardworking, I feel like, very entrepreneur, and just I've been like this my whole life, and it kind of led me here.
Wow, that's dope. So we would say that your mom is one of your inspirations in life.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Jaquan without it wouldn't be a Jaquan without Shaquana. Like, there's no moment that, like, it really wouldn't even. Yeah, she kind of, and it's crazy how you just fall in, like, how the universe works, because I hated real estate.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I remember in high school when we was doing our graduation booklets, I remember I wanted to be a real estate agent, actually.
Oh, for sure.
And I forgot what you said. What did you say that you wanted to do? I forgot.
I think in high school I wanted to be a dentist at that point in my life. Yeah, I wanted to be a dentist.
What's the laughter about that?
It's just crazy how life go. Like, you think something, but then life got a whole different plan that you don't even.
Most def.
You don't even see it yet.
I think that's the beauty in life, honestly, that, you know, we might know what we want, but then when we experience certain things in life, it kind of changes the course for us and makes us see things into a whole different direction. Like, for instance, this show, like, I never thought that I would finally have a show, and now look.
You're going crazy. Hey, I wish I could see the whole room. This room is amazing. Like, she going crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So we also know too, well, I know just by looking at your social media as well, that you did go to college. So what inspired you to go to college, even though you decided to do the real estate route? Because I know that some people out here just go straight to the real estate route, but what inspired you to do college?
And I feel like it kind of goes back to what I said about you just never know where life is going to take you. Like, with college, it was always like, for me, college was like, it's like that person in the hallway you become friends with, but like, you didn't expect to be cool with them. Like, you was just like, you look a little mean, I don't really like how you move. But then you get to know the person, and then it turned out to be one of your best relationships. And that's kind of what college was for me. I never really you had classes with me. Like, I was always, I'm goofing, I'm talking, I'm playing around. But of course, you know, like, society, they teach you, oh, you want to be successful in life, go to college, which is really BS, because you can do it in so many other ways. But
of course,
I ain't gonna say fell victim. I went with that, and I went to Kennesaw, and it changed my life. Like, I wouldn't be the man I am today without Kennesaw, so I appreciate it.
Shout out to KSU.
Shout out to him. Hey, them boys actually just won. They going to the NCAA. They just won their first game today.
Oh, snap. I'm out the loop. Okay. Shouts out to KSU for real.
They coming up, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's mad love and mad respect. So I do want you to kind of drop a couple of gems for people that are listening, or young black men that want to follow into your footsteps. What would you say for an aspiring new agent out there, how to prepare for the lean in the real estate industry? Because there's always a lean.
Yeah, it definitely always is. And I would just say, like, know why you're doing real estate. And that's really with anything in life. Like, I feel like it's a lot of people that get in something because they heard it make money or it look lavish, but it's like anything that's worth anything, you're gonna have to put work in.
Of course.
So I would just say for them lean months, like, just know what you're going into. Like, people had, and I did too in the beginning, like, people had this belief, oh, you get your real estate license, you're selling the house every week. And really, and the realization of it is, it's what you do, like what clientele you build and find. Like, so for those lean months, it's just like, always keep the main thing, but also I never put all my eggs in one basket. Like,
facts. And what do you mean by you don't put your eggs in one basket? What does that mean for somebody that's out there listening? You ain't got to give them all the sauce, but just a little sauce.
Yeah, I feel you. Nah, I would just say, just always have your hand in something else. Like, for me, I went to college, so like, okay, if real estate got slow, boom, I can fall back on my degree or something like that. Or like, I'm also mobile notary, like I notarize stuff. So like, that's just another little side hustle I do on the side to make sure just money keep coming in. Like,
plug yourself. People gotta know. Like, definitely plug yourself. Don't.
Yeah, it's so many different outlets. Like, you can sell hoodies and make bread. Like, it's just like, you just gotta put yourself out there. But with real estate, and like even the big agents I see, like, they all kind of got a little side something going on, like whether it's they want to be creators, like content, they have their own investment properties where they flipping, owning like condos and stuff. Like, it's just about, just don't put all your eggs in the real estate, in the sense of like, have other things going on for those bad times. Facts.
I like that. So for those that are listening out there, definitely put your hands in more than one basket. It's definitely promising. So, Jaquan, I know that you've been doing real estate for what, 4 years, 5 years now?
4 years, February 5th, May 4 years.
Woo! Congratulations to your new anniversary coming up. How exciting!
I know the journey, so I'm very happy to be at 4 years. Like, that's one of my greatest accomplishments to me.
That's what's up. So I wanted to know, real quick, how were you able to build your client base?
Honestly, that has been a question that's been like in my head every day for like the past 4 years. Like, how are we gonna do this? But so like, when I got my license, like, I was a 19-year-old. So like, I think I was in my second semester of my sophomore year of college. Like, I'm 19 years old, and like, I got the license. Then like, the reality of like, no 19-year-olds really buying houses right now. So so it was kind of just more so, and that kind of goes back to just being consistent. I knew one day that our age would start buying houses, so I was like, okay, like, just keep putting your name out there. Like, so at least in their head, they're like, oh, Jaquan do houses. Like, one day I might want to go to Jaquan when I get it. And so yeah, that's kind of what I've just been doing these last few years. Like, just keep continuously putting out content. I tell people, like, if you have a regular conversation with me, like, you gonna know I'm a real estate agent. Like, somewhere in that conversation, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, by the way, I said
houses.
Yeah, so yeah.
So it's all about marketing yourselves and putting yourself into that environment, so where you can network with people that have done it before, but not necessarily following their route, but figuring out what works for you, basically.
Yeah, I feel like when you in any career, like, you gotta study people before you, like, in a sense of just, you don't have to copy people. Like, I don't feel like none of my stuff is really just copying. It's just more so, I look at, like, I do walkthrough Wednesdays, right? It was an agent I saw, she did this thing, I think she called it Tours on Tuesday or some junk like that. I was just like, okay, like, let's take that, and then, okay, let's make the tours better. Like, let's edit that. Okay, I want to do mine on Wednesdays. Okay, like, me, I love seeing condos. So like, and I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to do regular houses more, but like, I love condos. So like, I've made a bigger name from just doing condos. People are like, oh my God, everybody want to live that penthouse lifestyle.
Yeah, like, especially younger people. Exactly. And then you have some people that, well, you should know. I know I'm trying to break it, but then you have some people that are in that mid-age range that do want condos, especially if they do a lot of business traveling and stuff like that. They would like a condo in a certain area and place. So I feel like that's kind of dope how you kind of took what you learned and made it your own thing. And I feel like nowadays, and that goes with anything, not just real estate, it's really hard for people to kind of do their own thing. So the fact that you know how to, okay, yeah, this is the wavelength I want to be on, but I can also surpass it if I have my own sauce with it.
Yeah, you just gotta put your mark on things. Like you're not gonna, you can get far copying folks, but it's not gonna be authentic. And I feel like that's what your clientele can tell. Like your clientele is really based on how you ran your business and just the connections you made and just the image you've put out there. I feel like.
Facts. So what was your favorite selling experience so far since you've been doing it for years?
And it's like I've had a few. I just be like, okay, that's one of the moments. But the biggest one had to be I sold the house I grew up in. Yeah, it was emotional, but it was one of the moments I was like, you just gotta live in the moment and be like, dang, like I'm doing this. Like 2020, you know where we from, like Clayton County. Yeah. It's getting a little crazy. Like I ain't even
It is.
It's getting a little wild out
there. Look, I'm gonna be hitting you up pretty soon because I gotta go.
It's getting a little crazy, and it was just a situation right by my house. It was unfortunately a man lost his life at a gas station. And it was just kind of like a wake up call for like my family, because like we used to be in that gas station heavy. So it was just one of them like, all right, let's do this. And my mom, such a G, like so amazing, because she a realtor too, so she could have just been like, I'm gonna sell it. But I feel like she understood what that moment would mean for me, so she just like, you got this one in.
Gave you the keys, say you do it.
Literally, like, just hey, you take care of it, and we got it done. It was just kind of like one of the moments I was like, dang, like I moved there when I was like 6, so I was there from 6 to like 20, like, and I was just like, dang, like it's a lot of firsts. But then it's just like I was like, I understand why we're doing this.
Why we doing it, and what's important behind it.
That's probably the best one
right
now.
Okay, that's interesting. I would also want to know too, because we both experienced the loss. A lot of people in I'm sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but at our high school we did lose somebody. What impact did Colin have on your life? Because I know that you do partner with Mama Sharon with doing the foundation, and you really do promote it also on your social medias. What impact has that pushed you so far? Because I know that's your brother, and I know this is a little emotional, but I
ain't emotional. I'm chilling.
Okay.
We on we on year like what, 8 now? Yeah, I ain't you're 9.
You're 9.
We're on year 9. I'm tripping, but with that, I can really just say like Colin, he changed my entire life. Like, and it's just, I always look at it like, you never know when you meet a person what their impact's gonna be. Like, I met that man, I was 7 years old, and like, it just kind of like, he taught me so much between 7 and 15 when I lost him, and then it's like, I learned so much more after he passed. Like, it kind of forced, like, I don't know, like our dynamic was like, you remember Colin, like he was only motherfucker 6'4" in the 9th grade, varsity basketball. He was just
doing his thing, like
balling
and funny. I always had a joke that made you laugh.
The beautiful part about that man, like, was always just his like humbleness. Like he really could have been a guy. Like he had the statue. He could have been a guy that been like, I'm that guy. Yeah. Like forget all y'all. I'm that guy.
But he was humble with everybody, and anybody could come up to him, and he was just dope. He was a dope person, I will say.
Yeah, amazing. Like to this day, like he just, to me, he changed my life. Like it just made me a better man, made me stronger. It forced me to kind of just have this chip on my back. Like I understand. It just taught me that life is not guaranteed. Like you could be here today, gone tomorrow. So everything I'm doing, like I do with that intent. Like that's why I go hard on everything I do, because it's just like I'd be like, okay, like you don't know how long this lane is gonna last. So you gotta take advantage of it. And plus, I mean, we had, like, I know that man for, like, when he was living, like, 8-9 years, because, like, we talked so much about the future and, like, what we would do and things of that nature. So, like, I look at it now, like, I can't not hold my end of the bargain up.
Of course.
It's kind of,
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I feel like in life, like you said, some things are hard, and we do go through a lot of stuff, but I feel like turning it into a positive, or using it as motivation to keep going harder and stronger is really key as human beings. When we have compassion in our hearts and when we have love in our hearts for something and someone, it drives us to reaching our ultimate goal. I'm sorry, y'all, I don't want to get choked up, but it does reach us to our ultimate goal. So Quan, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. Well, I just see myself kind of just finally starting to see the fruits of my labor. God willing, like I don't want to give too much away. I got some future plans coming up, but
don't give too much away. But
ain't gonna get too much. But you know, just more so expanding my career. Like it's another level to this real estate stuff. I've been preparing to take, and I'm working on it, and it's coming. It's coming very soon. But nah, like just more so I've always just wanted to be a businessman. Like even before I went to school, any of that, like I never knew what I want to do, but I always knew like if you ask my parents, like they'd be like, what you want to do? I'd be like, I don't know, but I want to do something where I wear a suit and I have an office or some shit. So that's kind of really like, I just want to perfect all my businesses as far as real estate, my legal career, like, cause my major at Kennesaw is political science, so I really do rock. And I done worked at a few law firms. Like, I really rock with the legal side of things. So,
okay.
You know, I don't want to get too much away.
Yeah, don't get too much away. But if I need you, can I call you?
You know, about 3-4 years for sure. I promise that.
Okay, well, look, I'm gonna hold Mr. JFultonSoldit. Okay. So we're gonna lighten up the mood a little bit because you are on the kissing booth. So you gotta step into my booth a little bit. Now, I heard that you are a part of the Black Men Don't Cheat crew. So I wanted to know.
I've been a member. I probably got the longest membership. Probably like I've been in it for a while now.
Oh, you got the longest membership.
Yeah, you know.
Ooh, wait a minute. Now he throwing shots. I don't know who he throwing shots at, but he throwing shots to you. He had to take a sip on that one.
You know,
Well, since you're part of that foundation, what type of woman appeals you to be a part of your romantic life? Since you have a lot of stuff going on for yourself, you're very successful. If you were looking to settle down with somebody, I don't know your situation, but if you're looking to settle down, what type of woman appeals to be a part of your romantic life?
Really, like just respectable, loving, and just understanding. And when with each of those, I'll break each of those down, but like respectable, like, and you know, like I don't judge nobody, but also it's kind of like I am a little picky when it comes to certain situations. And
as you should be.
Dibbling, dabbling. Like I ain't really one of them guys. Like if the partner that been with it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, let me go too. Like I kind of just like, you know, there's guys like that for real who be like, oh let me get my try, or like stuff like that. Like I'm real kind of just like reserved.
Yeah.
To a point with that, like, you know, like I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's like on some like I just,
you can, and here we can get a little deep. If you got an example or a story, you can definitely tell. It's a safe space.
I mean, for me, it's just kind of like I look at things. I got a real strong relationship with my mama. I'm gonna say that. So like when I look at my girl, like I'm not looking at you as my mama, of course, but I'm looking at it in a respect sense. Like the stuff you're doing, like it was that kind of stuff with my mom or like, and when I say that, like this new generation, like I was making a joke with my friend the other day, like it'd be like a lot of women, they'll post these beautiful pictures. The pictures be so beautiful, but then like it'll throw me off. I know other guys, they be rocking with it. It'll throw me off, like they have beautiful pictures, then that last picture they got their butt tooted in the air, like, and I like, I don't judge, you know, rock out, like I got female partners who do it, like rock out. I be like, I see you, but like for me, like I just be like, I don't know, like what if my mama followed you on Instagram and she saw that? Like it's just right. So that's the respectable part. Really the caring part. You can be with people like, and I've had to catch myself with this. You could be with people they enjoy the thought of you, but they don't care about you. They just like the thought of you and what you bring to that situation.
I've definitely experienced that a lot with a T, with a hard, strong T. A lot.
Nah, it be like that, but I just feel like, yeah, you got, it's a generation. It's a lot of people who will use you for your energy and your time because like, and I it ain't never really happened to me too much, but I've seen situations where like, especially with men, like it'll be a girl, like let's say she like a certain type of guy, like she like them guys that don't really care, right? They'll go get with a guy that they feel like that's gonna treat them right, and they don't really care about the guy. They don't really.
For some females, it's a safe place. I will answer that question for you. It's for some females, it's a safe place. We have that backup option if we can't turn out the man that we were trying to change to make him be the guy who's actually the good guy, then they'll fall back on their backup plan.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. I didn't caught the back end of some of them, so I already know. But it's just like, yeah, like, so just a genuine caring person, like, like, especially like with my, I don't like saying my success because I don't want to sound like bragging or nothing.
No, you can say that, because I want to ask, does a woman have to be successful as well, or what is the type of, do you care about her, making more money or making less money than you?
Nah, like, the thing is, like, for me it could go either or, like, in a sense of like let's just say I was with some type of CEO and she was like a millionaire, like, I wouldn't, I'm so confident in myself, it wouldn't be like, oh, well, my wife rich, I don't like that. Like, I'd be like, oh, okay, for sure. But also on the flip side of that, like, she can have like I could be a top CEO or whatever, and then like she could be, not to diminish his career, of course, I love it, but like she could be a teacher making like 40, which is, I'd be 100% happy with that. I'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I eat, because if the money set up like that, I could take care of most of the bills. Like, just pay a little cable bill, a little $200, like, so simple, like, and we good. Like, but what I won't put up with is kind of just I'm the only one pushing this ship. Like, I'm the only one.
Okay. So you want some sort of balance. It could be a 70-20, or could it be a 50-50, or is it a 70-20?
I mean, if it's a 50-50, it's gonna be temporary until I get my life right, till I can be 80-20.
Oh, okay.
If it gotta be like, if you catch me in this early age and it's like, okay, we ready to do this, like, okay, we may go 50-50 for a year or two, but then it's like, but just know on the other side, I'm working, so this can be an 80-20 for my
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, ladies, I told you he's part of the Faithful Black Men Committee. Okay, so I want another question. As a young man, what is your view on the element of maintaining a decent actual relationship nowadays? Because you're young and a lot of people don't know how to have a relationship nor maintain it. So what's your view on maintaining a healthy relationship, especially being young?
I would say you gotta know who you're dealing with, like 100%. I feel like a lot of times we get in situations where we try to put our beliefs on a person who don't have those same beliefs. And just to give an example, like, it ain't go both ways, female and guy. Like, if you with a person and you really vibing with them, like, you like, hey, everything great,
yeah,
but in their head they really just not in no relationship type status. Like, they just like, I just want to chill, I don't want it. And then you really make yourself miserable trying to force it. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna be with me. We're gonna do this. And it's like, I feel like that'd be, you gotta know who you're dealing with. What type of people you're dealing with. I feel like some people got trust issues. Some people be too trusting. Like, you gotta know who you rocking with. Like,
definitely agree.
And like, once you know who you're rocking with, it's like, at that point, just learning to understand them, and then just realizing, like, okay, what are we doing? Like, in a sense of like for me, like right now in my life, like, I'm not gonna lie, I am dating to marry. Like, I ain't finna, because the way I look at life, like, I could be going tomorrow, so I'm not finna waste a day with somebody that I'd be like, I ain't really rocking with this. And then, so that's just kind of how I look at stuff. And also, I don't believe in like wasting people's time, in a sense. Like, go back to and I hate to kind of keep bringing it up in a negative sense, but like, you don't know how much time you got, so I'm not gonna sit here. I would feel terrible if I sat there and wasted somebody's life for 2 years, and then
I definitely agree, because in all honesty, I'm dating with intent, and also too, I'm to the point where now I don't want to date, because I realize also too, people are not wanting or on the same level as me, so I probably have to reconsider, okay, who I am dealing with. So it's more so like, okay, exactly what you said. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, they just ride the wave. So I think that's really good advice.
I appreciate it.
Now I have one more question, because this was actually on my last episode and it was between females, but since you are a guy, we do want to get your male perspective on this question.
For sure.
It's about chasing. So why do men chase you, and then when they get you, they stop completely? Or they start to dwell out. So all the chasing that they did in the beginning, they stop. This was a question that was asked. So, Deja, if you're listening, here is a male's perspective on that question.
Okay. So I'm gonna say with chasing, and it really just go to maturity level with everything, like, and intentions. Like, you gotta understand why they're chasing you. Like, you thought they were chasing you because you thought they were chasing you because they want a relationship. It'd be a lot. Hey, I mean, and I done did it before in my life, so I ain't gonna act innocent. Like, it's a lot of chasing. I'm chasing because I want to see what you're like, and then it's like, once I see what you're like, and you could have been great, but it's just like, my only intention was to see what you were like, not to enjoy you. I just wanted to see what was up. So like, and that's why I said, it kind of go back to what I said about, you gotta know your person, like, who you dealing with, like, just the intentions for you. But I can't say, I know that's hard for y'all in a sense of, it's guys who play that role good. Like, they gonna play the role.
Yes.
They gonna play the role like, yeah, I'm here for the whole 9, but then it's just like a week or two after things then escalated, now it's
Yeah.
We tried it, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just really about, well, to answer your question about chasing, like, you just gotta know what type of guy you dealing with.
Okay.
Honestly, but I don't got no 100% answer. It's wrong, like, but I'd be lying if I sat here and be like, oh yeah, I ain't never did that. Like, it just, so.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, and I also appreciate you coming onto the booth tonight. I hate that we didn't have enough time, but you know that you're always welcome back.
For sure.
Always welcome. The door is always open. We appreciate you dropping them gems today.
Hey, I appreciate the opportunity and being here, honestly.
Of course. And we want to keep up with the progress. Like I said, you're always welcome. But you guys, thank you for stepping on the Kissing Booth again for another dope episode. It's your girl, K Allure. You know you can find me on all socials at K Allure. And go ahead and tell them where they can find you, Mr. Fulton.
Once again, it's JFultonSoldit. I kept it simple, JFultonSoldit. All platforms. And
Yes.
hey, see some nice house tours or get put in the house yourself.
Please, because if you look on his social media, you guys, he's always promoting some dope houses, some dope condos. Please, definitely, if you're in the Atlanta area or even in Georgia, period, he'll pull up.
I do all of Georgia.
Make sure you guys get with my guy, all right? And we are out.